Hi everybody, CohhCarnage here, this time with another thoughts video on Sons of the Forest. The Forest 1 is one of the biggest successes in early access. Being one of the first kind of big early access games, The Forest was a super cool creative sandbox. It really did push the survival genre forward. A lot of games since then have used a lot of things from Forest. And when Sons of the Forest was announced, I was pretty freaking excited for it. I did play Sons of the Forest when it came out in early access a long time ago. When I played it then, I had I enjoyed it, but it clearly wasn't done. There were some things about it that were not decisions that I really liked so much. But I did hope throughout the course of early access and 1.0 that we would see a lot of that get kind of, fixed up, changed, balanced, that kind of thing. So now that I have beaten the game in 1.0, I can safely say they didn't really change anything I was hoping for. And the game is pretty much where I thought it was in early access, which is a good survival game. It's pretty, it's fun. There are parts about it I really do enjoy. Like I love the kind of sci-fi atmosphere. I love exploring the caves and finding new technology and things like that. But I will say that this game does some things to the survival genre that I'm not super jazzed about, and also changed some things from the original Forest that I actually kind of preferred in the first Forest. So to start with, base building in this game is entirely optional, and they don't really do enough, in my opinion, to reward players that want to engage in it, especially in solo play. Almost everything you need to do in this game, you can do while moving. And I think that that's both cool and not so cool. It makes it so it's really easy and intuitive to just keep moving forward, but it makes it so you almost never really have to stop, which changes the feel of the survival elements. And what do I mean by that? I mean that by exploring, you will always have more food than you need. It's really easy to get water. It's really easy to set up and break down camps. And it's to the point where there's so many resources and there's so many things that a lot of times I kind of forgot I was playing a survival game, and it felt more kind of like an action game because I wasn't having to really think about the survival elements at all, almost. And the part that kind of counterbalanced this in a way that wasn't very favorable, the action parts of the game aren't great. So like the gunplay isn't very great. The melee isn't very great. Like I feel like the Forest 1 really focused on the survival elements, and that's one of the reasons it was so good. But I feel like in the Forest 2, they moved more to like the exploration action elements and far less focus on the survival elements. And I don't know if I really like that. I feel like it did a much better job in the first game with that. Now, I do want to mention, you can, of course, build a base. If you want to do that, you absolutely can. It's just that the game doesn't reward you for it. In fact, it kind of punishes you for it. Because if you build a base, you have to deal with raids, but you don't really get anything from your base. You constantly have to spend time going back to it. There's no systems to enable you to get back and forth to it quickly. The time that you spend building your base, you'd get more resources just going out and exploring. So like, again, from a design perspective, it feels kind of like it's two different games. And I don't really like that. I much like my survival games where all of the elements intelligently and intuitively kind of build on each other, where in this game, it feels like there's almost two different elements going in parallel. So it just doesn't really feel great. The main story and everything was kind of cool, but there were some parts of it that are kind of just boggling to me in terms of like, how and why did you do this? Especially as you get more and more towards the end, some of the decision-making from both the design and story perspective becomes very strange. But all this being said, now that we're here, I did still have fun in this game. It is a darn decent survival game. Even with all the issues I have with it, I still had a great time in it. And I will say that there are, without spoiling, there are hints of a next one, and there's no question I'm looking forward to it. I've always enjoyed my time in the Forest, and even though I wouldn't say it's my favorite survival franchise right now, it's one of those ones that I always enjoy playing, and I'm always looking forward to the next one. And hopefully we'll see kind of the next Forest return more to its kind of like one roots and maybe not so much the direction it's going into. But hey, we'll see. Anyway, thank you for this, for watching this thoughts video. I hope it helped you. And as always, appreciate your time. See you guys at twitch.tv/CohhCarnage. Bye-bye.